Say something that people don't hear enough. Feeling lost doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're changing. And change, by nature, is disorienting. A lot of people walk around pretending they've got the map, but most of us are just improvising with more confidence than we should probably have. One of the most grounding things you can do right now is stop trying to solve your whole life in one mental sitting. What am I doing? What should I be? What's my purpose? What if I mess this up? Those are questions nobody can answer in one shot, and trying to forces you into a fog. Instead, zoom in. Think in terms of the next few steps, not the rest of my life. Ask yourself small, pointed questions. What's one thing I can do today that feels even a tiny bit like relief? What's one thing I've been avoiding that would make me feel a little more grounded if I finally dealt with it? What's one thing I can add to my days that makes me feel connected to myself again? Your direction doesn't come from big epiphanies. It comes from doing small things that pull you back into your own orbit. Here's another thing that's easy to forget. Being lost often means you've outgrown a previous version of yourself. You know that weird feeling when your clothes suddenly don't fit right anymore, or a room you used to love feels cramped? Sometimes your life feels like that. Something internal shifts before your external world catches up. It's uncomfortable, but it's also progress in a messy, unglamorous way. I've talked to a lot of people who felt lost at some point. Friends, strangers, people twice my age, and a pattern I've noticed is this. The moment they stopped trying to sprint their way out of confusion, and instead slowed down enough to listen to what their life was trying to tell them, things got less painful. Not instantly clear, but less chaotic. Try this simple practice for a week. At the end of each day, write down 3 things. 1. What drained you today? 2. What gave you even 5% energy? 3. What are you craving more of, even if it feels unrealistic? You'll start to see patterns, and patterns become directions. Directions become momentum. Also, and this is important, don't isolate yourself inside your own head. Feeling lost makes you think your confusion is a burden, so you keep quiet. But one honest conversation with someone who cares about you can shrink the fog by half. You don't even need advice. Sometimes just saying, I don't know what I'm doing right now out loud makes it real enough to work with. Another thing, remove the pressure to find one grand purpose. That idea ruins people. Most people don't have a single calling. They have seasons. You're allowed to shift. You're allowed to reinvent. Life isn't about finding one North Star. It's about learning to navigate by the stars that matter right now. And if part of your lostness comes from comparing your timeline to everyone else's, here's a truth I wish more people tattooed on their minds. The pace of your life is not a moral judgment. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not slow. You're on your schedule, even if you don't know what that schedule is yet. Let me give you something practical, because philosophical reassurance is nice, but sometimes you want something you can actually do. Pick one anchor habit, just one. It could be taking a walk every morning, journaling for 5 minutes, cleaning one small area, making your bed, drinking water before coffee, stretching, doing something creative for 10 minutes. This isn't self-help fluff. Anchor habits give your brain a predictable point in the day, which creates structure when your bigger direction feels uncertain. A stable daily rhythm is like giving yourself a handle to hold onto, while the rest of your life recalibrates. And here's a quiet reassurance. The person you are becoming will make sense of all this. There will come a moment, maybe months from now, maybe years, when you'll look back at this confused, restless, foggy version of yourself and think, oh, I needed that. That was the part where I shed the old skin. Loss of direction is often the prelude to a better one. Lastly, be gentle with yourself. Not the fluffy kind of gentle, the real kind. The kind where you stop expecting yourself to function at 100% when your internal compass is spinning. The kind where you allow yourself to rest, to not have the answers, to be in transition without labeling it as failure. If you're lost right now, here's the truest thing I can offer. You're not stuck. You're in the middle of becoming. And becoming always feels like being lost, right before it feels like moving forward. You're going to find your way, not all at once, but step by step, in ways that will feel natural once you're there.